there, Cappy, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of July 2024, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Oop. Sorry, new layout, Cappy. So I'm trying to get adjusted to like the angles to make sure all the cards are in the frame. But if this reading resonates and you would like to book a personal, make sure to check out the description box below. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, your girl loves coffee. I'm addicted. Any and every donation is greatly appreciated for any and every amount. Okay, main energy for your reading, 8 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you get the Queen of Wands. Cappy, you're really feeling good this month. And I will say this, you feel in yourself. Feeling yourself. You're feeling very attractive. You're feeling very, very good. I don't assign gender to my cards. You could be whatever gender you identify as. One of the main reasons you're feeling so on top of the world is because you are emotionally detached and disconnected from anything and everybody. Like you literally have this like emotional buffer between you and everything. Negative energy, draining people, everything. And I say that for the better and for the not so better, because you're also not really emotionally attached to anything romantically, physically, anything like that. Like there's this emotional buffer. Now, again, you could be in a relationship, you could not. It literally doesn't even matter to me. You can still be emotionally detached and disconnected even when you're in a relationship. And we go through phases like that. It's totally fine. But that's one of the main contributing factors, we should say, as to why you're feeling so incredible this month. In the recent past, you get the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and the Fool. You walked away from a very, very long-term relationship. You were with this person for quite some time. And even, again, I don't mean like time here in the 3D world, although for some of you that may be the case. It's one of those connections that it's feel like we've known each other a lifetime. I know you in and out. You know me in and out. It's like we've been together for like 50 years. So I don't really care how long you were together or not together here in the 3D world. You chose to walk away and you're like, new beginning, the Fool, wiping the slate clean, starting from scratch, literally from ground zero, and I feel good and I feel amazing and everything's great. In the current situation, you get the King of Cups, the 2 of Wands, and the King of Swords. You're looking for love, all right? You're showing me, I want love, I'm looking for love, I'm interested in it, I'm waiting for love. In the meantime, though, like I said, you're not feeling anything. Your heart, emotionally detached, emotionally disconnected. I'm not getting player vibes, right? But I am getting very much an energy of, I'm going by the book. I'm doing what makes sense. So that could be dating. That could be going on dating apps. That could be, talking to multiple people. You're doing what you think you need to do in this situation, but you don't really feel anything. Your heart is not what's guiding you. It's like your logical, practical side, which is guiding you, right? We break up. What do people do when they break up? They go on dating apps. They start talking to other people. Maybe they hit up their exes. Yada, yada, yada. And that's kind of what you're doing right now while you're waiting for love to find you in the current situation. In the near future, you get the 4 of Swords, the Moon, and the Empress. I like this because there's a lot of healing happening for you here in the near future. And you're really going through a lot of emotional baggage that has been suppressed, that you haven't looked at, maybe you didn't even know was existed. And you're leveling up. You're stepping into this like Empress energy. And again, I don't assign gender to my cards. This is just very much an energy of you feeling very good, feeling on top of the world, feeling like the universe is literally bringing in your desires for you, right? And just embodying a lot of that very positive, very softer energy. And that's coming along as a result of the healing for you. Very interesting. Boy, do I want to know why you walked away from this connection, though. What happened? Spill the tea. Spill the tea. Let's take a look at the main energy for your reading, which is the 8 of Cups. Also, Cappy, I always recommend watching your sun, moon, and rising placements to get the full picture for what you can experience or anticipate this month. The 8 of Cups in the main energy for the reading is clarified by the 3 of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Lovers. So things may have ended between you and this person, but you kind of know that it's not over. You're showing me like we are a very deep connection. We are the lovers. This is an intense connection. It's a powerful connection. And yeah, things ended, things are over, but are they really over? That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. You're kind of still expecting something to happen, although part of you is like, I'm expecting this to happen, but I don't fully know if it's going to happen, but I kind of think it's going to happen. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Either way though, Cappy, you don't really care if it's going to happen or not. You really don't. You're very much like, oh, it might happen, it might not happen. Like, I think it will, I think it won't. I don't care either way. Like, you're emotionally detached, emotionally disconnected from this. You have no emotional skin in the game whatsoever, which is really interesting because you're showing me the Lovers. The Lovers is not just, you know, I don't care. The Lovers is an intense, deep connection. And so my question to you, and maybe you can answer this, I don't know, how can you be so detached and disconnected and not care when you're also showing me that this connection held, possibly still holds, such immense significance to you? So that's a genuine question. Like I'm genuinely like curious. So if you guys know in the comments, go ahead and explain it to me, please. Let's take a look at the 10 of Pentacles in the recent past. 10 of Pentacles is clarified by the 3 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the Moon. You get the Moon again here in the near future. In the recent past, you and this person wanted to reconcile. You did. I feel like you broke up or separated before this month, and then in the recent past you're showing me like we thought about reconciling. Maybe you wanted to reconcile, maybe they wanted to reconcile. I don't really know. You're not showing me who this is, but this was a very stable relationship at some point, and it was long term. Like it had that feeling of like, I've known you for 50 years, you've known me for 50 years. And so the idea of reconciling did come up, but there was also a lot of energy here of like suppression. I'm going to clarify the Moon here in the near future to see what exactly was suppressed, but I'm getting very much like an undertone of I have baggage, you have baggage, and us reconciling is not going to resolve the baggage or the issues or whatever that we both experience, right? Like it would just be like you and me sweeping things under the rug and reconciling just because we love each other or miss each other. But like, it's not going to resolve any of the issues. And you get the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It kind of like clicked for you in the recent past where you realize this. And you're like, what's the point of reconciling if we're going to be right back here in like 2 months, 3 months, a year, whatever, right? Because the underlying issue is still very much an issue. Let's clarify the 6 of Swords in the recent past. Six of Swords is clarified by the Magician, the 10 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. This is you. I don't assign gender to my cards. All you want here in the recent past is happiness. That's all you're manifesting. And you genuinely believe in the recent past that walking away is where that happiness is. You're like, I'm done with this. I need to walk away. It's for my own stability. Like my happiness is that way and my connection with this person is that way. Like two opposite directions. So I can see the desire for happiness. I can see how you're looking at it and you're like, yeah, this is going to bring me happiness. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. We're going to clarify the rest of this reading to see, but at least in the recent past, it did make you happy. Walking away, ridding yourself of this connection, ridding yourself of this person did bring you happiness. It did give you that stability that you were looking for. I just don't know if it was like long-lived or not, which we're going to get to in a minute. Let's clarify the Fool in the recent past for you. The Fool is clarified by the Death, Rebirth, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. So you're essentially showing me like, I wiped the slate clean. I ended this connection. I'm done. I'm over with it, right? And then right in the same breath, you're like, but I want this back. I want this back. Now, here's the thing. You're giving me a little bit, and I will have to be honest, a little bit of confused energy. Part of you wants this connection back, okay? Part of you is like, death, rebirth. Like, I want a reconciliation. I want to, restart. The other part of you is like, I don't know if this is what I want. It's very much like I want this, but I don't know if I should want this. I don't know if this is what I actually want. Either way, I don't see you taking any action. You're still very closed off. You're holding back. I don't see you reaching out to this person or trying to make this reconciliation happen or anything like that. These are just thoughts that you're experiencing because, again, Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The thought of essentially rekindling this connection is there, but the logical part of you is like, well, I don't know if I actually want this. I don't know if I should want this. I don't know if this is aligned for me. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of confusion surrounding rekindling this and bringing this connection back for you, at least in the recent past. Let's clarify the King of Cups for you in the current situation. King of Cups is clarified by the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you get the 6 of Pentacles. There is another energy showing up here for you. I don't feel like it's this person that you're dealing with in the past. I feel like this is somebody completely new where they may be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but they are coming in with this energy of like, this could be love, right? It's a new beginning for you here in the 3D world. I do see you looking at this as like, equal give and take. I give, they give. I give, they give. So it's like I text, they text. I call, they call. There's a lot of balance. There's a lot of equal give and take here. This person makes you very emotionally fulfilled, very emotionally balanced as well. And you're showing me like things are working. This is a completely new beginning. This is something I'm not used to. And again, I do feel like this is new. So it's not like love right away. I don't see you kind of being like, okay, this is the love of my life. Like this is the person I'm going to be with. But it comes with that potential. It comes with the possibility of that. Excuse me. Sorry, I just had something in my throat. So yeah, it definitely comes with the chance of that happening. Like you see this person, they're holding their hands out. They're like, yep, this is what this might be. Let's take a look at the Two of Wands in the current situation. Two of Wands is clarified by the Empress, which you get again in the near future, the Ten of Swords, and the Chariot. You're waiting to see whether or not things between you and your person are actually done, and it's time for you to kind of like just completely walk away or not. Deep down, you're showing me, I don't know. You really don't know. It's not like you're pulling the, oh, I don't know because I'm trying to stall for time. You really don't know. You're trying to go deep within you for answers to get this clarity, but you're showing me only time will tell. Like I can think about this all I want. I can try to figure this out all I want. I won't know if things are done. Only time will show me if things are done. And so you're not really like waiting here, but it's kind of like in the back of your mind where you're like, well, is it time for me to like walk away from this for good? Is it actually over for good? You don't really know. You'll find out though. When you show me the Two of Wands, it's like eventually the time's going to run out and you're going to get the answer you're looking for. You just have to be patient about it, which may be a little bit difficult for you. Oh, sorry. Let me just adjust. There we go. Had to adjust my mic. Sorry. New setup. Sorry, Cappy. Anywho, let's clarify the King of Swords. My microphone was just like slipping and it was about to hit the table. Okay. I usually only take 3 cards. 4 came out. The King of Swords in the current situation is clarified by the Hanged Man, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. You're trying to look at this whole situation as logically as you possibly can. Do you still care about this person? Yes, you do. Not this person, this other person from your past. Do you still care about them? Yes, you do. But you're trying to evaluate and assess, again, as logically as you possibly can, whether or not having a new beginning or even being in a relationship with them is aligned for you. Like, it's a lot of work. I don't know why it's a lot of work, but you're showing me like this is going to take some effort. Being in a relationship, being in a connection with this person takes effort. It takes work. And you're trying to figure out, like, is the juice worth the squeeze? This person has a lot of walls. They have a lot of resistance. There's a lot of, like, emotional walls that you have to deal with when you're interacting with this person. And you're trying to figure out, again, logically, is the juice worth the squeeze? Like, is it worth it for me to put in all this effort and work through all these walls and deal with, like, the resistance that this person experiences? Yes or no? And that's up to you. You're going to have to figure out. In the meantime, you're showing me until I get the answer, until I figure this out, I'm not moving one way or the other. Like, I'm not budging. I'm literally keeping myself stuck. That's cool. That's cool. Better to not rush into things than to rush into things and be like, oh, now I have to get myself out of this. Let's take a look at the Four of Swords in the near future. Four of Swords is clarified by the Six of Cups, the Strength, and the Four of Swords. Again, some of you may be dealing with a Leo. Bottom of the deck, you get the Nine of Swords. You are in pain without this person. You're showing me we have so many beautiful memories. We have so many beautiful times together. Like, this is such a beautiful connection. And it's difficult for you. It's difficult for you to be apart from this person because all you want is just to heal this connection. All you want is to heal this soul connection. And you're aware of that. You're showing me, like, I spend days and nights, like, in my head, stressing, analyzing, thinking, I want to heal this. I want to heal this and I want to fix this. And again, it doesn't even matter, like, who actually walked away in the recent past or not. Like, you thought it would make you happy. And maybe it did for a short time. And then in the near future, you're like, hey, hindsight is 2020. Like, I got the clarity I needed. It didn't make me happy. And that's okay, Cappy. Don't be harsh on yourself. Let's clarify the Moon in the near future here. The moon is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Emperor. Remember I said that in the recent past you showed me the moon and you're like, there's a lot of suppressed things in this connection. I think, and again, Nine of Swords, I think you're realizing a lot of things about this other person, right? The walls, the resistance, all of that. But you're also coming to the realization that maybe you yourself may be a little bit rigid, a little bit controlling, a little bit difficult to deal with, right? In some regard, your person is very, very guarded. Some of you may be dealing with an Aries. Your person is very, very guarded. They have walls like from here to I don't even know. Like they have wall after wall after wall after wall. And you get that, you're clear on that. But you do too. You may have a tendency, and your like difficult trait may be that you tend to go radio silent sometimes. Like when you're trying to figure out or analyze things, or, you know, like you get like in that defensive emotional mode, you tend to go radio silent. And you're like, well, maybe that's not the healthiest thing either. Like maybe that's part of like my emotional baggage that I need to deal with. Lots of clarity here for you in the near future. And again, it's all coming from your higher self. So not surprising. Let's take a look at the Empress in the near future here. The Empress is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you get the Justice. This is really interesting because you're recognizing in the near future, remember, Eight of Cups was the main energy for your reading. You're recognizing essentially that right now, maintaining this emotional distance, again, it's not like you're completely emotionally shut off. You're just emotionally, there's like an emotional buffer. You're emotionally protecting yourself. You're recognizing that that's your path to success. That's what feels good to you when you're dealing with this person. And so I do feel like you and this person are talking. There is some exchange of energies. There is something happening here, but I definitely don't feel like you're just like, okay, totally forthcoming, opening your heart, literally spilling your emotional guts all over this person. That's not that. You're giving them a little bit. Like you're expressing feelings. You're like, yeah, I do miss you. I do think about you. But you're definitely not completely emotionally open. And that's the thing for you. You're like, I need to maintain this like emotional buffer because that's what feels good to me. And that's kind of what you're doing. You're prioritizing yourself here in the near future. Like what feels good to me? What do I want? And that's literally what you're doing. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Cappy. From the universe, you get the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Tower. Yeah. So this connection ended. Something ended. And you and your person, notice how there's two people on this card. Both of you feel abandoned. You feel like this person abandoned you somehow. And again, I don't care who walked away or who didn't. You feel like this person abandoned you somehow. They feel like you abandoned them somehow. Both of you have egos on you. Neither of you really wants to budge, right? Some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sag, or Aries. Both of you have egos on you. And that is essentially what causes you guys to like clash, I would say. It's not even clash. That's essentially what's causing like the breakdown in this connection and in communication at this point. You will get over it in the near future. I can see that. But you have an ego on you, whether or not you want to admit it. And your person does too. And they definitely don't want to admit it. Like I can see them like, oh, me, I don't have an ego. Yes, you do. But that is what I have for you, Cappy. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you here on the next one.